So next on our agenda, we have Whitney Wilson is going to come talk to us about Dance for Life. So Dance for Life is a program here in Gainesville that's using movement to music to try to live well with Parkinson's, to have some social interaction, some physical movement, and she's going to tell us about this program.
Hello, my name's Whitney. Thank you, Dr. Malati, for the introduction. I feel like she did a great job of just summarizing what Dance for Life is. And I love that I'm following Dr. Ostrom encouraging movement. So Dance for Life is a free resource for you here in Gainesville. We have been doing this class for 11 years now, and for the past 2 years we've been on Zoom, which has been really amazing. Actually, we've been able to reach people outside of Gainesville, outside of Florida, outside of the United States, so we're kind of building our little community. It's expanding, which is really nice. But just last week we started offering an in-person class again, so if you have, Zoom is definitely not for everybody. So if you don't like dancing on Zoom, there's now a class that meets at the Senior Center on Wednesdays. So all the information about time and how to access it is on a flyer on the table over there, and I'm happy to answer questions too. But how I would like to use the time that I have with you today is actually just doing a little bit of movement, so you could see what it's like and just warm up because it's cold in here and you've been sitting and listening. So do you guys want to move a little bit with me? Okay, so, sorry. Before we do something with music, I would just like to do a little warm-up. So go ahead and adjust your seat so that you have room around you. The table is not right in your way. Yes, reach to the sides. And if you end up hitting somebody next to you, just do it gently. Yes, good, okay. So I always like to start off any sort of movement session with just a nice awareness of your breath. So bring your hand, one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest, and take a nice full breath in. Noticing that might be the first time you are aware of your breath today. Good. And as we move through to everything that we do, try to keep a little bit of an awareness of your breath as we move along. But with your next inhale, what I'd like for you to do is take the hand on your heart and just lift it up, let it float up away from your heart, and then let it come back, settling back, nice and gentle, good. Other side, breathing in, and coming back to the belly. Let's do both hands, opening up, full breath. Oh, beautiful. And let's let this come together, hands together. And warm up a little bit. So rub those hands together. Let the movement, travel through the body, through the shoulders, maybe through the belly. And you got it back there. And a little multitasking. Take another deep breath here. Good. And take a look around the room. So just as you're rubbing, just look around, see who's here. Good. See who's around you. See, again, what space you have around you. Good, and then we'll do one more breath with both hands. So inhale, opening up. And this time, as you exhale, let the hands sort of wave down. We can imagine being like the queen. So very elegant, yes. Again, we're gonna do two more like that, breathing in. This time, as you wave to people around you. See who's here again. Yes, good. Oh, it's so good to see some familiar friends too. Okay, last one. Big breath. This time, as you're out here, expand your legs. We're going to just take up some space here. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle just one side of the body. And the other side. Now, this hand and opposite foot. Yes, switch. And then like a balloon popping, come back to center. Okay, you're feeling pretty warm-ish? Okay, we're gonna learn a little dance. So in the class, what I tend to do is we do a warm-up where you follow me. It tends to be a little bit longer. And then I'll teach you things. So I'll show you the choreography first, and we'll try it with music, which is what we're gonna do now. So this choreography, it's a lot of hands. So we're gonna lift one hand up just like we did, and we're gonna imagine making raindrops. So the raindrops come down. And your raindrops, sometimes the rain is slow, And sometimes it's fast. So, you can let the rain be whatever it is for you. We'll do 4 of those. And then we're going to imagine pushing clouds. So really nice and gentle movement, push from one side to the other side. And your clouds might be small, or they might be moving fast. So you just go as big or as small as you'd like. Then we're going to imagine tracing a rainbow. So reaching in front of you, and then up and over, all the way around, as far behind you as you feel comfortable. And if reaching behind you doesn't feel comfortable, just coming right down to the side. And also if coming up overhead doesn't feel comfortable, you can bend at the elbow. So if your shoulders aren't liking going up high, you can just keep it low. And then the last movement is you're going to grab your umbrella. You're going to imagine having an umbrella. This is where you need room. And you're going to just circle your umbrella up and overhead. Yes, good. Back to center, and then we'll roll up, and we'll do the whole thing again. Yeah, that's a nice roll. All right. So we'll have time to do it 3 times through. The second time through, if you're like, ooh, I got it, and you want to add a little more, we're going to add some marches. So each time we do a movement, we'll add a step. Yeah. So if you want to try it with me just to see how it feels. Yeah. Step is not necessary. Is that Mary? Hi. Okay. And then up and around, up and around. And when you do the umbrella, you just keep the feet grounded. Okay, and then I'll give you an extra challenge. 3rd time, if you're like, oh, I nailed it, I'm ready for more, I'm going to do it a little bit faster. So we'll do it double time. So you won't have time to reach all the way up. You might just have to stay right here. But that's the progression of the dance. You want to try it out? Okay. All right. Just give a little swing. Here we go, lifting up.
Oh, every
Raindrops.
time it rains, pennies from heaven.
Push your clouds.
Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven?
Paint the rainbow up and over.
You'll find your fortune falling all over
Good.
town.
Grab your umbrella.
Be sure that your umbrella is upside
Let's do it again.
down.
Try the marches.
Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers.
Push the clouds.
If you want the things you love, you must have showers.
Rainbows.
So when you hear it thunder,
Good.
don't run under a tree.
Grab your umbrella.
There'll be pennies
Try to go the
from
other way.
heaven for you and me.
All right, a little faster. You guys all got it. That's great. Push your clouds. Push. Beautiful. Look at those spines. Nice. And we'll slow this one back down. Up.
So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree.
Grab your umbrella.
There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me.
And then just take a bow. Nice job, you guys. All right. So that's just a little example of the kind of movement that we might do in the class, but we meet every week, so there's a variety of things. We try to do social dances, ballet, modern, a little bit of yoga, tai chi, all to music and all for fun. So does anybody have any questions? Yes. So the class meets twice a week. Well, actually, sorry, once a week. It's 2:45 to 3:45 on Wednesdays, and that's held at the Senior Center and on Zoom. So if you prefer to do it from home, you can, or if you want to meet in person, we're at the Senior Center, so we're trying the hybrid. I also teach a similar class, Dance for MS, and some of the participants take both. So that class is on Fridays from 11 to 12, and that's on Zoom only right now. So if you don't remember those times, and you want to, grab a flyer. It has the times, the Zoom link. It also has my contact information, and I'm happy to answer more questions if you have more that way as well. Anything else? You guys were gorgeous, beautiful dancing. I hope we got that on film. Thank you so much.